Can you hear me at all? No? Maybe? Whatever. I am by myself right now. Just me. Basically, I had to come really late. So I'm all by myself right now. And I'm hoping that friends will show up soon. Because I look like a freak talking to a camera by myself. Hey! Genshin. Hello. Okay, so minor setback. We had some issues with getting everyone their badges. I will talk about it in detail later. We're not going to dwell on it today. It's not a big deal. It's going to be taken care of. We've got this. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, it's Friday. Things are going interestingly. The con is already weird. I will definitely say, as far as organization is going, this is very weird. They're doing their best. Staff has been very nice so far that I have encountered. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything that's actually happening is great, but you know, it's going. So okay, so let's go look around. Friday, so let's go, I guess. Kono dio da. Go K-Pops. Go K-Poppers, go K-Poppers, go. Hi. So, there's Nija, being a barista. We're making tea. So, we're now in our hotel room, which is nice, by the way. So, basically, I wasn't able to attend most of Friday / pretty much the entirety of Friday because I am a teacher. School has just ended, and we had a teacher work day. It's like this thing where we go through the classroom, we move all our drawers, we clean everything top to bottom, and we get it ready for the class to be used for summer school. And so that's what I was doing today, and I absolutely was not permitted to leave early. I had to stay. I had to prep my room. So yeah, that's what I was doing. So I left work at my normal time around 2:30 and ended up not getting on the road until about 4 o'clock, and it's about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive. So I got here fairly late at around 6:30, between 6:30 and 7, and then we had a couple things happen that were interesting. So this whole, oh boy. So you know when you usually like get your badge, by the way, here's the badge for this year. It's very nice, very appealing. You know how you usually get like a pamphlet and we get like some stuff to let us know what's going on this weekend, who they have as guests, things like that, because not everybody is super in tune to their social media accounts, and so a lot of us rely on things like the schedule being printed for us. Well, I got there late, but it wasn't super late, and they were out of schedules, or they just weren't giving them to us, or something. So a lot of people were like wandering around trying to ask staff, like, hey, is there schedules this year that we can look at, because we don't know what's going on. And we got lucky enough that Tootsie just kind of found one that was folded into a crane. We unfolded the crane and looked at the schedule. So we'll discuss that. We'll discuss a lot of things. I think at this point I'm really tired. It's been a really long day. I feel like I'm kind of rambling a lot, and I hate rambling because then I have to cut it all out and post, and it's super annoying. So I'm excited to be back. You know, it's still my home con. It's still Naka. And even though I didn't cosplay on Friday and I got here late and we only stayed for a couple hours before we just went and got dinner, you know, I have high hopes. Tomorrow should be fun. So I'll check in with you guys later. Hello. Miku. So, we were running a little late this morning. My wig is already falling down. We were running a little late this morning, but we had to hurry to make it to the MXTX meetup, which everybody looks so good. I love flowy robes, and MXTX has like the best flowy robes, and it's just so pretty. And there's Shizune, which is great, and lots of Scum Villain, and I'm so happy because I fucking love Scum Villain. We're Scum Villain mains, always and forever. So it's exciting, and it looks really good, and everybody looks really pretty, and it's gonna be a good day. I have positive. Oh, we brought the babies. Brought the babies.
And these babies.
And those babies. And those babies. There's a lot of babies here. And yeah, so today it feels like a good day. I'm positive about today. I think it's gonna go well. So yeah, we're gonna get it taken care of. We're gonna have fun and even have a couple surprise guests, maybe. Haha, hee hee. But yeah, so enjoy Saturday. Here we go. Bye. Hanged for his crimes. Yeah. Hello again. So we spent a lot of time in the vendors hall, and then we got really tired, so we ended up coming to the car to pick up some snacks. And now we're gonna go back in, chill out, eat, drink food, stay hydrated, and honestly just hang out with some friends. Okay, so I had mentioned this before, that we don't really know what's going on at the con because they never really handed us any of those, you know, pamphlets to know what's going on. So we know we can get online and everything like that, but most of you know that when you're at a con, you kind of are in that moment and it's pretty rapid. So there could be just like, I don't know if I have time for that, or I'm conserving battery, yada yada. So honestly, we haven't hit one panel. It's about halfway through the day on Saturday and we haven't done a panel. For all we know, there may not be anything for us, but we don't know because we haven't really looked, because we don't really have any kind of, oh my gosh, here it comes! The wind is our enemy. But yeah, we'll talk about that more later. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on. So in case you're wondering why this vlog is so boring, that's why. Okay, bye. Anyway, I gotta open these. Brooke is here, so I have to open this.
I'm so excited for the Sonic unboxing.
I'm so scared. Please be Shadow or something good.
Knuckles.
You pissed on my wife. You pissed on my fucking...
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch ass motherfucker.
I think he's kind of hot.
I'm not getting rid of him. He's beautiful. It says and you with a heart on the back. So it says Eggman and you.
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch ass motherfucker.
Meow, I'm all.
Did you just? Where did you pull the camera from? I turned around and it was there.
I'm just that good. If you're not real, how come I feel this way? Little babies. Miku's getting cooled off after a long, long day. And then we're gonna go to the freaking Cheesecake Factory. Ayo! Here we are, all exhausted. And there's Nyjah opening up Miku. Let's see, we've got this Miku. And that Miku. And that Miku. Look at them go. Get it. Howdy. Okay, so I realized that I ended up not taking my camera with me. So what happened, so there we are. Ta-da! So we're heading back to the con now. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night. So what happened was we finished up in the game room and we were all really tired from the day, which is weird because we really didn't do a lot. We'll go over this when I review the con. The vibes here are a little off and we can't quite put our finger on it. Anyway, so we went out to dinner and we went to the Cheesecake Factory. I've never been there. My first experience. Here's a picture of Eggman about to enjoy some cheesecake. Definitely more expensive than I was wanting to do, but you know, it was an experience and yeah, it was something. So we're heading back to the con. We have our wristbands for 18 plus and we're gonna go fuck shit up. So check in with you in a little bit. Bye. Good morning. Here we are. Here's Nyjah hiding behind my spikes. So today is Sunday. It is dead here. It's only a little bit past 10 o'clock. So the con is open and it's slowly but surely, like, people are coming in, but definitely a slow morning. There he is. Husband. Would have been my husband yesterday if he wasn't that. But yeah, so today we're just gonna hang out and everything. We are going to the Idol Fest that's happening because we have a couple locals from SGF Cosplay representing and we want to go support them, cheer them on. So we're gonna go do that later. I know what time they're performing, so I'm not gonna sit through like 3 hours of Idol performances just because I think they're great, but I definitely am not the kind of person to just sit there the entire time. So yeah, but I definitely want to go support your local groups if you guys are proud of your idol groups. You know, they work really hard to make really good performances and it makes them feel really good about themselves when they see their local community helping them and supporting them. So definitely do that. If you've never done it, find out who your local idol groups are and go support them. But yeah, so we're gonna head into the dealers to do a couple different final sweeps and stuff like that, and we're waiting for Jessica and Giselle to get here, and I'm in Gallo, but at what cost? Okay, bye. That guy looks like a homosexual.
I'm trying to decide on a Miku figure.
Spotted my rare pair from Free. Spotted live in HD. And then also you back on your Nagisa bullshit. We're bringing back 2013, y'all. We're bringing back those vibes. We need those vibes in our live again. So it's really cool. We need more doujinshi sold at these local cons. Because the only place where I've been had a really good time with doujin and buying them has been at Anime Expo and Dallas. So more doujin. More doujin. Oh my god.
I don't want to be in your way.
No, you're good. That looks so good.
I have not had enough coffee.
Leo on Leo violence.
Yeah.
Show me your haul. What did you get?
Here, I'll give you. I only got a few things. Here, all the rest of this is yours. The mine.
Oh, Jessica's opening blind boxes.
Oh, she already opened them. Me and her
Darn.
opened them.
Who'd you get?
Her 2 favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, Utah. Maki. I love the Utah. I love Utah. Honestly, he's quickly becoming my fave, and I'm like not even really invested. So,
If only you were invested.
If I get invested, I'll go down a dark hole and I'll never crawl out. I know myself. And then I'm gonna end up with a bunch of Utah stuff, and then I'm gonna be upset because I didn't pre-order the figure.
I'll tell you this right now. Yeah, but it's like not the greatest though. Like the Kotobuki is okay. I like the Steam one better, but that one is like expensive.
He might be one of those characters where I might be satisfied with owning one really nice figure of him. Because I do have characters like that.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. You'll get to see him more in season 3.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will invest a little bit more because I really like him, and all this merch of him is actually kind of. My eye gets drawn to it, unfortunately. So.
Well, I'm just gonna bust this open.
Hello. So there's Nija. So we're done with the con. We're done. We're gonna head out. We're gonna head home. I'm tired. It's been a day. So we're gonna go get food and coffee and head home. And honestly, at this point, we're planning to meet up again once we all get back to Springfield. So we'll probably do the con recap there. But yeah. So we were in the game room and it was a lot of fun. I'm really bad at rhythm games, but I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Oh, look. The balloon man made me. I'm a toy. That was cool. Goodbye. Hello. Post-con here. We have left Naka Kon and driven all the way home. 3 hours, baby. We're done. I am reunited with Maka-chan. Maka, say hi. Okay. Maka missed me a lot, and it's good to be home. Everybody's here. We're gonna do the con wrap up. We're gonna kind of do it on a rapid fire because, so really quickly, like I had said, the vibes were off for Naka 2022. This is the first official 100% back to form Naka post-pandemic. Oh, whoa, color correction. Damn! Okay, I'm not orange anymore. Shit. Okay, so, sorry about the lighting change. I didn't realize my camera was gonna do color correction on me. Anyway, we got people eating Sanic before we watch some Sanic over here. And there, oh, and I bought some Sanic. Also, this is my haul. If you guys are interested in what I bought, go check out my TikTok. I have a TikTok now. Why? Because I'm a conformist, right, Maka-chan? So anyway, like we had mentioned before, the vibes were off this year. I don't know. Obviously, this is like post-pandemic. I mean, we're still in the middle of a freaking pandemic. So as far as like how they handled trying to bring the con back to its like, you know, normal form, I want to hear what my friends have to say before I make any final judgments, so we're going to go ahead and go around and kind of hear what everybody did, but I did attend all 3 days. We'll have everyone kind of preface like their experience and stuff like that, like we always do. But yeah, this is Naka Kon 2022 wrap up, so let's go. Ms. Naja, how was your Naka Kon experience for 2022?
I mean, it's only my second con, so I don't have a whole lot to compare it to, really.
This is true.
But, like, I don't know. For me, it was a little hard not knowing what was going on when it was going on, unless I guess I looked it up. But, like, my phone's slow as crap sometimes and doesn't like to recognize my touch, so that couldn't always be my go-to. And then it didn't seem like you could ask anybody because they didn't seem the most friendly about it. But that bothers me just because I like to know what's happening, especially because I don't know cons. So, I mean, if I hadn't been with people who know cons, I wouldn't have a clue. I'd just be wandering around. But, I mean, as a whole, it was still fun. Like, I still had fun with my friends, so that was cool.
That's good. I think it's always interesting to get an outsider's perspective on somebody when it's like we said, we're seasoned vets. So since it was technically your first Naka Kon, it was interesting to see, like, how it went with you and what you thought. Do you think it's a con you'll want to go back to next year?
I'd be willing to give it another shot, But as far as like going like, yeah, let's go, I don't feel that. But again, also, you know, weirdness, pandemic, it wasn't as lively as I was expecting.
Yeah, good point. Normally, that is a good point. Weren't the vibes at ASTL, like, they were just like, everyone was so excited to be back. And here it felt like, they were like, yay, we're back. Not, yeah, we're back. We didn't really get that, so that was weird. Hey, Maka-chan. Maka-chan? Hey, Maka-chan. How was your Naka Kon? How was your Naka Kon? She says, it sucked because you guys left me at home for 2 days. I hated it. Don't do that anymore. How was your Naka Kon 2022?
Okay, so we went on a whim because we had a bunch of like family plan stuff that fell through. So we literally decided to go Thursday. Like we booked everything on Thursday to then go on Saturday. So we didn't go on day 1. So we went Saturday and today. And so getting the tickets was the same thing. You know, getting the hotels, whatever, this and that. When you actually got inside, it was a little weird because, like, as you would like to say, the vibes were off. So no one was as excited as I thought they were going to be. And then it did seem like the crowd in general was younger, which I'm like, oh, okay, so we're kind of phasing out older people. And then we're kind of getting the new generation kind of Z people, again, casual cosplays. Nothing too crazy. It just seems like it's going to be the way of the world right now. Mm-hmm. As for how Naka was kind of structured, to get your badges, it was pretty normal again. Mm-hmm. This time, you know, you had to do the vaccination stuff and or, you know, the testing, which is the new thing for that now. But there was like no physical schedule. And I would have killed for a PDF. But what we got instead was a interactive website. And so I loved scrolling, and then all of a sudden my finger just bumped the side of my phone, and then it goes to Sunday. To the bottom at 4 p.m. And I'm like, thanks, I really want to know what's happening at 4 p.m. on a Sunday on Saturday at 12. But, you know, whatever, that's fine. You know, we go into the vendor hall, very small, very, very small. Obviously, not a lot of people want to come to this. Because people are able to. Yes, because, you know, they moved it to Memorial Day weekend. You know, a lot of people are spending family time together. So I'm like, okay, not a smart move, but it's fine. So a lot less people, still pretty good.
They sold out though.
Yeah, Naka Kon itself sold out, which is nice because they capped it at 6,000 people or something. Mm-hmm. And so, but from what I understand, it took forever for it to sell out because I guess a lot of people were hesitant as well. Mm-hmm. Overall, a lot of because I don't tend to go to panels all the time, I mostly go with my friends. And so I hung out with them most of the time, and it was a really great time with us, but overall, as a convention, it almost honestly felt like I was just hanging out with them at like a mall. Because it didn't necessarily feel like an anime convention, and I swear to you, I never really saw staff besides at the doorways.
Yeah.
Right, usually there's always like a couple people just standing on the corners or something. I didn't really see any of that.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole ton of staff this year.
We're in security.
Yeah, security was nowhere to be found this year.
I tend to go mostly to the vendors hall, which I had stated before, and I also really like going to the arcade room. And this time there was a lot more sit down and like play ones than there were like other kind of games, because the rhythm games are a pretty normal thing. But all the ones I liked were not there, so I had to pick new ones. But besides that, overall it was okay. Would I want to come back because I am moving? Would I want to make that 6-hour trek knowing that it might be the same? Probably not. It might be due to the fact that maybe I've outgrown this con because I've been going since like 2015.
Yeah.
And so it just doesn't feel like it's offering as much as I would like anymore. And so I'm a little sad, but we'll see what happens. I might change my mind for all I know. Just see who else comes, because a lot of the celebrities, the incoming people weren't people I really wanted, I guess, either. Mm-hmm. And so I just remember a couple years prior, there'd be more people that would come in, and then obviously more foreign, maybe Japanese people and stuff. It was more of like a, yeah, let's do all this together, but maybe because of the constrictions, they decided to just keep it small. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, but that's kind of like my 2 cents on it.
Jessie.
Yes.
How was your con?
Same thing. It wasn't amazing. It was fun. It was nice hanging out with everybody. And like she said, it was an impulse. to come in.
You guys really
Okay.
did. You were kind of very much the example of how they sold out because people impulsively decided, yeah, we could go to Naka Kon. We're not doing
can make
anything.
it, yeah.
There's quite a few people that I heard that did that, but they were like, we thought, well, yeah, why not? There's still badges on sale. And so it ended up being like a lot of people just suddenly being like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, and I mean, we had cosplays ready. A couple cosplays. We really just cosplayed on Saturday when we arrived. Sunday was more like regular chill con day. And that was pretty much it for that. But yeah, I don't know if we'd come back. I mean, we know this is going to be weird because it's like bringing everything back to normal kind of thing, capping it at basically like half the capacity it usually would have.
Yeah.
So I know for us, we always do the 18 plus panels, and even when we saw for other ones, it wasn't as crammed as it usually is. Usually you're back there, it's like Black Friday, sardines, you don't know which line is for which panel, and the poor people are trying to figure out who is going to go where. This time, they literally had a line for each panel, and it was like really nice and uniform. Like, it was really nice, but also you can tell it was not at capacity, because usually you can't even like make it in the door.
Yeah.
Or if that, everybody's like squished in there as well. They're trying to pack as many people as they can in.
Yeah. Did you have something to comment?
Okay, so I remembered because I was the sacrifice to go and see what the heck was happening with the 18 plus panel because we go to the yaoi, you know, everybody's favorite. That's like a tradition at this point.
That is our tradition at this
So
point.
we always go there, and so as she had previously said, usually it's like, oh my gosh, like I remember for our first few years that shit was crammed.
Yeah.
Like we
People
were
standing on the
crammed.
sides and they actually let them.
Like
Yeah.
hours prior to the event. But 2019 Naka, they did something miraculous. They had us all line up in the exhibit hall where registration was, and then they took us in pods. And then they're like, hey, now you're going to be let in, you're going to be let in order to not have a huge, like it was empty over in Cottonwood. Like, you would have to go in as pods.
Yeah.
And so then this year, there was, and it was stated in the little handbook when it was printed in 2019. And so then me being someone who's gone, I'm like, oh, it might be similar to how it was before. You know, how we make it a little easier, no COVID stuff. So I looked online to see what their 18 plus policy was, and they said, you know, the wristbands, blah, 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 we're giving them out at this point. And then they said, lining up will not occur in front of the venue
Panels.
panel thing.
Panel room, there it is.
And I'm like, okay. It literally said, lining up will not occur in front of the room, period.
Yeah.
And
Those
so
are
I
also
asked, I was like, I understand. And I had to show it up here. I was like, I understand. We're not going to line up in front of here. Where are we going to line up? And one of the staff members was like, oh yeah, that's super duper old. We haven't updated it. You're going to be lining up here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I'm glad to see that you don't update anything.
More of that shared information, like where do you even get the wristbands?
The lack of communication. Here's the thing about this, and this is what kind of promptly bothers me about the convention thus far, is that we are returning after something the world has never, our world, as in our lifetime, we've never experienced what we went through. Basically, okay, so because we were returning from the craziness that was the 2020 / the 2021 issues that Naka faced, essentially what we needed as attendees from the convention was communication.
Yeah.
Communication was so key because a lot of us are nervous. We're scared to go back to conventions. We're worried about the policies. We're worried about how this is going to be handled. What's the staff going to be like? What is our requirements? What are you expecting us as guests to know so that we can have an enjoyable experience, and also to make things smoother for the staff and for those running the convention? And what we lacked this year, probably more than any other year ever, has been communication. And a lot of that, you know, I understand it's been rough. I'm not pressed this year. So what you guys are getting is my absolute raw opinion. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it because they gave me a free badge, which I appreciate every year, by the way. So in case you want to hook a brother up. We need communication because we don't know what's going on. We don't know if there's something, we don't know if there's a special change in order to keep us safe, us protected as con-goers. And if you are changing anything, we need to know. Or if nothing has changed, we need to know. You know, it's just the communication. And like we said, everything was electronic this year. They ran out of the printed brochures that had the schedules and the guests and like anything that we would normally need to know the information as we're coming into the con. We didn't get that this year. They ran out of it or something happened. Either way, we did not get it. We didn't get it, and we needed it. I still had a great con, but like she said, I had a great con because I hung out with my friends, not because of what was offered to us. We didn't really know what was going on panel-wise. There was plenty of things that were run by other people. We went to a gathering that was fun. The game room was fun, but there wasn't as many games as we enjoyed. But we also know this, I'm just happy the game room was there. That was fun.
Yeah.
Good on you for bringing the game room back and actually just being like, okay, it's your responsibility to wash your hands when you're done playing this game and trying to keep it safe. And there's hand sanitizer literally everywhere, which was great.
Yeah, half the time it smelled like,
and it
gone.
did,
Germex.
Yeah, it smelled like Germex, like the machines did. So at least they were being cleaned, and you were trying to keep the consistency of keeping it clean and everything like that. Appreciated, much appreciated.
Little mask mandate too.
Yeah, the mask mandate was awesome. I never encountered people that had it under their nose or off. Unless they were eating or drinking. I mean, consistently, over the nose, mask on. It was phenomenal. You guys did a great job at making sure people kept their masks on. I would say as far as staff is concerned, I have this complaint every single year. Naka Kon staff is just not nice. We've discovered this we literally say this every year. There's maybe a handful of people that are really nice, and we there are a handful of them are very nice. Unfortunately, one of the nicest ones is retiring. He's been doing it for 15 years. This was his last Naka Kon. Sir, you are an icon and a staple of this convention, and thank you so much for your service. You are amazing. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but just know that for the last 5+ years that we have been attending Naka Kon, you have been a highlight and a staple at keeping us all organized, and we appreciate the heck out of you. And we appreciate a lot of the staff. Yeah, we appreciate a lot of the staff that is kind but efficient and also just does a great job. Not, the ones that are ridiculously rude to us for no reason just because you are having a bad moment and want to take it out on someone and we just so happen to be standing there. Yes, I know who you are. Anyway, so the thing is, staff, same thing as always. I don't really have a criticism. I feel like they were also having trouble with communication, and I don't blame them. They're doing their jobs. They're trying to do their jobs and trying to do them to the best of their abilities. But if they're not getting communication, then neither are we. So, but I mean, for every gripe that I do have, I did have a good time. It was nice to go back to Naka Kon. It's my home con. Unless y'all ban me, which, I mean, maybe the day may come, I don't know. Unless y'all ban me, I'm gonna go every year. I'm always hoping that this convention will improve and get better, and I sing y'all's praises, every year. I meet people that have either seen my videos or just I make new friends, and they're like, oh, what conventions would you recommend? And I say Naka Kon. It's my home con. I enjoy being there, and I have a lot of good things to say about it. This year, I was a little embarrassed. I will be honest with you, based on just this year. But, we're coming out of something we've never experienced before, and a lot of conventions are having to adapt. And I think for what happened and what they had to work with in the time frame, I think you guys did a good job. I enjoyed the convention. I am going next year, so you've at least got my money. Unless you give me a free badge. Anyway, but thank you guys so much for watching. I think we're going to go ahead and just cap it here. It was a fun experience. It was good to be back. And hopefully I will see you guys at Naka Kon 2023. Ooh, fancy. Bye.